Welcome, friends,
to the How-To Heretic.
I'm Uncle Mark.
And I'm Uncle Dan.
And this is your user's guide to life on the outside.
That's right. Leaving religion is the first step into a larger, better world.
But it can also be a scary world. Things work differently now.
Never fear. That's why we're here.
We're your audio uncles. And with help from good friends and experts in all sorts of fields,
we're going to share the stories and seek the knowledge to build a great life.
After all, you only get one that we know of, so you better make the most of it.
Let's do a show.
Woohoo! Well, Uncle Dan.
Yes, sir.
We are joined for the entirety of the show this week by Uncle Doug.
Uncle Doug, welcome to the show again.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
We love having you here.
Hi, everybody.
Because Uncle Doug is
one of the things that we like the most on this show is making sure that people don't know who's talking at any given moment. And all three of our voices are basically similar in too many ways.
Yeah, people that Doug and I are intimate with oftentimes can't tell our voices apart. So it was a really smart choice for podcasting.
Yeah.
So Doug this week is going to introduce us to a late god of sorts.
I am indeed.
Yeah, you're going to dig up a god. I've got a saint that I'm bringing to the table.
I can't wait to hear about this guy. I assume it's a guy.
It is a guy, and he's a patron that we all need at some point or other.
Okay, great. I love that. And I am going to talk about some bullshit that's 35,000 years old.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wow, we're going ancient, and we're going deep.
Yep, it's a good one this week. It's a barn burner, so stick around.
All right, let's do it.
Well, Uncle Dan.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Doug has unearthed a god for us that I don't think either of us know much about. So,
no, yeah. Tell us, Uncle Doug, what do you have for us today?
I thought since, as I'm sure most of your listeners are aware, we reside in the great state of Utah.
Yes, we do.
Which is the realm of one Orrin Hatch.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the soon-to-be dead god. Okay, I should say. Yeah.
And
time's not on his side.
I know that this is not a political podcast, but recently one Donald J. Trump came to our great state, and while Orrin Hatch gently worked the shaft and lovingly cupped the balls,
yes,
Donald J. Trump basically eviscerated two of our national monuments.
Yeah.
The Bear's Ears and the Escalante Grand Staircase.
Yes. For those of you who don't know, Utah is a wealth of gorgeous.
Yeah.
You don't have to venture far in any direction to find something pretty stunning.
Once you have broken free of Utah County.
Yes, once you've left Provo, you're safe and you can go out and explore.
Even the most exquisite body has an armpit.
That's why when I drive through Utah County, I just floor it and close my eyes. Yeah. It's so offensively ugly. Anyway,
Jesus, take the wheel.
But yes, Utah's a gorgeous, gorgeous state. Lots of red rock, desert, stuff like the very exotic landscapes that used to be the home to a civilization that's no longer there.
Correct. And so I thought we'd keep it local and focus in on a group of people that were called the Anasazi.
Yes.
And they inhabited the Four Corners region of the Southwest, which included part of southern Utah. And so basically they came on the scene sometime around 1500 BCE.
Yeah.
But their civilization kind of hit its apex in the 11th and 12th century of CE.
And I don't mean to correct you, but I think scientifically speaking, we can be assured that they actually came from Jerusalem by boat.
Submarines. Yes.
Sometime in the AD period.
Absolutely.
It's important to acknowledge their submarining skill.
That's what they were known for.
For when they arrived in the desert Southwest.
That's Mormon stuff, kids. We're gonna. Don't worry about it.
We'll do that another time.
That's not for real.
That one's a hoot.
So the name Anasazi is actually not what they call themselves. No one knows what they call themselves. The word Anasazi is actually a Navajo word, which is weird because the Navajos are not descended from the Anasazi. The Anasazi,
but they liked to talk about them.
They talk shit on everybody.
Well, the Anasazi, the Navajos talk shit on everybody, but nobody knows what they're saying,
right?
Because it's an unbreakable language.
They wind talk shit on everybody.
The Anasazi left a lot of shit behind.
But no written word,
right?
Because they didn't have the written word. So the Anasazi, the word in Navajo actually means ancient enemy.
Oh,
which is
wow.
interesting.
Okay, so we're maybe not the best way for us to refer to them, but I guess, you go with what you got.
I have, and for me, you'd have to be more specific about which ancient enemy.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
So their actual modern descendants are the Hopi and the Zuni and the Pueblo tribes along the kind of the Rio Grande region of the Southwest.
Sure.
And so basically, to talk about the Anasazi, we have to talk about what happened to them. Their civilization kind of hit its apex in the 1200s. And that's where we have, Mesa Verde, Chaco Canyon. And we've been to Mesa Verde and Chaco Canyon.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't, but I heard they're Snazzy.
Oh, you just made another ancient enemy. So.
I did.
Yeah,
I think I made some modern enemies
they're
on that
super beautiful places.
They're if any of you out there have the chance to go to Mesa Verde, it is like a life altering, a mind bending.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's Spanish for green table.
Yes.
Yes,
it is.
But that's not what it is.
It is. Well, it is a forested plateau.
Yeah.
And
there's a series of caves, right? Or is it not caves?
It's actually a structure. It's the biggest structure in North America up to I don't even.
Well, you're talking about Chaco Canyon.
No, Mesa Verde.
Oh, Mesa Verde is.
Yeah, with all of the kivas, the overlapping kivas. Then so that structure was the biggest thing in North America up until some point. It's bigger than Chaco Canyon. Chaco Canyon is taller and kind of more spectacular. But the structural footprint of Mesa Verde is bigger.
Is it?
Yeah,
in the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think we have them flipped.
Chaco Canyon is a huge valley with castles in it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been...
No, I have to settle this. All right? This is not going to stand.
Mesa Verde is cliff dwellers.
This aggression will not stand, man. I'm going to leave it to the listeners to tell Mark that he's wrong. Okay.
All right. Tweet at all of us, and I'm
Do you guys
sure
see what I've
we'll...
been putting up with my whole life?
Okay, so these people did not have the written word. They didn't have the wheel. So what's left of them is basically... the ruins they left behind, and then the oral traditions of their descendants, mostly the Hopi.
Right.
So we don't have any documentation of anything that they did. We do know that they had a fairly astrological religion.
Okay.
Which makes sense if most of your day is consumed by staring at the sky, which I'm sure that's what they did.
Yeah, and they grew corn. They were agriculture.
Or most of their night. I mean, you don't really stare at the sky in the daytime.
Well,
unless you're a daydreamer like me.
Unless you're an idiot president trying to look at the eclipse.
Right, well, there's that.
So there is a cave painting in a place called Penasco Blanco, which archaeologists and scientists believe is actually a painting of the supernova that led to the Crab Nebula.
Whoa!
So the age of the pigment that was used on the wall and the position of the stars and moon in this cave painting with this bright light.
Wow.
This supernova was also witnessed in Europe in 1054. Mm-hmm. So we knew when it happened.
Yeah.
And they suspect that this is actually a depiction of that supernova.
Oh, cool.
And then in a place called, what's it called? Frittata?
Fajita Butte.
Fajita Butte.
Yeah. Frittata Butte, yeah, Doug.
Boy, we are murdering this culture.
You're nailing the facts today, Doug. We're not even recording.
They have
Suddenly I just had to check. Yes, we are recording. Okay.
They have a henge of a sort where on the equinoxes, there's a dagger of sunlight that pierces to the center of a spiral carved into a cliff wall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they had a robust...
And that's how you know where the Ark of the Covenant is when you follow the map.
Exactly. So we don't know a lot about them except that they were definitely watching the sky. Now, what happened to their culture, no one is quite sure about, but in the last half of the 13th century, so 1250 on or so, they basically just vanished. They abandoned all of their structures and the region they were in. What was left of them became the Hopi Zuni down in the Rio Grande area. What became of them is a matter of conjecture, but the predominant theories are prolonged drought, resource scarcity, deforestation, which is strange in a region that had very little forest, but they cut down what wood there was.
And then they looked around and went, hey, there's no more trees here.
We got to go. Yeah. There's no shade. There is another theory that came about in 1999. I think this guy wrote this book called man corn, which is
which is one of the DC superheroes.
Yeah,
It's less popular.
It's very funny you should mention that.
About my high school years.
And his theory is that ritualistic cannibalism was introduced into the Anasazi culture.
Whoa.
That it might have come up from Mesoamerica, and along with the resource scarcity and the prolonged drought, led to a significant cultural collapse.
Right.
And there's pretty strong evidence for his argument.
Yeah, they found human bones with human teeth marks on them.
Teeth marks and long bones that were broken and skulls that appeared to have been stirred in pots and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And, once upon a time, I was a river guide in the Grand Canyon, which is that area. And I read that book, Sleeping in Slot Canyons. That was a pretty scary book. But, so anyway.
That was a sequel to Deliverance, wasn't it?
They vanished. So... the god we're going to bury today was one of their gods, and again, this is all based on Hopi oral tradition. The god's name is Tawa, and he was the sun god of the Anasazi. His descendants of this god, or the versions of this god still exist in the Hopi. It is Powatoal.
Yeah, Hopi's very tough language to read.
Shakuro for the Pawnee, Angpetu is a Dakota. They all had their version of the sun god. And this was the Anasazi sun god. So the sun god was the god of justice and victory. There was an earth goddess called the spider woman or the spider grandmother, but because of my well-documented and totally rational fear of spiders, we're not going to talk about that god.
It's so true. That's why Doug got sent on a mission to Honduras.
Yes.
because fuck you, Doug.
Kingdom of the giant banana spider.
Yeah, that exposure therapy did not work. Okay, so again, according to the Hopi, because it was an oral tradition for so long, nothing was written down. They have a religion, but they also have a massively robust mythological history.
Yeah.
And the two kind of intertwine, but they're not always the same thing. So, according to the Hopi oral tradition, in the Anasazi mythology, Tawa created the world. He brought forth the spider woman, and she was kind of the shepherd of the people. She was kind of the god of the earth, goddess of the earth. And we live on the fourth version of the earth. The previous three versions became wicked and were destroyed by Tawa. And right before their destruction, the spider woman would bring all the righteous into the new world right before the old one was destroyed. And we were brought, according to the Hopi tradition, into this world through a spring on a tributary of the Colorado River called the Sipapu, which I've actually been to.
They built an ark and loaded all of the animals 2 by 2.
And then made it tight like unto a dish. See, it all comes together.
It all comes together.
So all of this comes on the massive caveat that the Hopi might be fucking with us.
You know what? I hope they are.
This is all based on their oral tradition and the legends. There are legends that they have an oral tradition they tell us and outsiders that is camouflage for all their actual oral traditions. So
my gosh.
Everything we know about the Anasazi could just be a complete lie.
I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
And there's even a legend that the Hopi know what happened to the Anasazi, but haven't.
But they won't. They're not telling.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, Tawa has the characteristics of most sun gods. He's all powerful. There's quite a bit of palace intrigue with the other gods of the pantheon. It's a bit of a mess. But he was the kind of the king god. There was an earth god, a death god, et cetera, et cetera.
Corn god.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably more than one.
Probably, yeah.
But there's
corn god.
If all you got is corn, every god looks like a corn god. Right? That's a thing.
I think that's
that's an old Hopi saying.
What my people call maize.
There is one little last chapter to the Tawa saga.
Okay.
In that he had a little bit of a resurrection of sorts.
Oh.
Not in the DC universe, but in the Marvel universe.
What?
He appeared in some of the Thor comics.
Really?
They made a character named after this god Tawa.
No kidding.
And it was in of course, Thor Annual number 10. You guys know that?
Oh, yeah. I remember it distinctly.
Yeah.
I own them all, of course.
I can't, it's up to you guys to decide if a god is dead, if there are 3 nerds somewhere that still know about him.
Somebody somewhere is so excited right now.
The pictures
Little fat
of
guy in an ill-fitting Toa costume, little corn cape.
So
Does
happy.
he have like a little corn silk head thing?
Well, it's funny because the Tawa in the comics, he appeared in a few of them, and they actually took a pretty deep dive into the Anasazi.
Really? I gotta look that up. That sounds awesome, actually.
So just in one of the Thor plot lines, there's Tawa, there's the other gods, the Spider Woman makes an appearance in there. They just kind of do a little thing with that. He's a really powerful character, but he's drawn in a way that probably we're not going to see Marvel's Tawa movie anytime soon.
Sort of Injun Joe sort of thing.
Injun Joe with with the feathered everything going on. It's just I don't think culturally we're in that moment right now. So
He's a racialist. It's a racialist depiction.
yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe Tawa, we'll see.
Yeah.
They're running out of ideas, so maybe we'll see Tawa.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks, Douglas, for introducing
And
us.
rest in peace, Tawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
and-
let's move on. Well, Uncle Dan,
Yes, sir.
I understand that you have a patron saint to discuss this week.
Yeah. This is not one of our bogus ones that you and I make up. This is a real patron saint, a real saint in the.
It's not Saint Bufus.
Not Saint Bufus.
Yeah.
Who I think is the best of all of the saints.
Yeah, Saint Bufus is.
What was he the saint of again?
I have no idea what.
I can't remember.
we literally just say things.
haberdashery, I think.
He might have been a haberdasher. You never
Yeah.
know. Today we're going to talk about an Irishman who lived in France.
Okay.
Saint Fiacre, or Fiacre, if you go with the Irish pronunciation, I guess. This isn't Old Irish. There's actually multiple guys who are called Saint Fiacre.
So it's an Irish name.
It's theoretically an Irish name, but
It's theoretical Irish.
we're talking about Saint Fiacre of Breuil, who Breuil, I don't know how to actually pronounce that, is a region of France that is now known, interestingly, as Saint Fiacre.
Oh,
Saint Fiacre.
he got a whole region.
Yeah, he got a whole place named after him.
How's that for an Irishman abroad?
Right? He's
Yeah.
doing pretty good for himself.
Isn't that kind of common with the saints that there's several versions of the same saint?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there aren't that many names to go around.
God, my fly's open. Sorry, guys.
Oh, how embarrassing for
Yeah,
all
there
of
we go.
us. Okay, I'm
let's
glad.
continue.
I'm glad that our listeners were a part of that.
Sorry, everyone.
So as we're venturing into France, let's follow Saint Fiacre on his. He went as a missionary, as so many did.
yeah. What year was this about?
Over to the continent. He was born sometime around 600.
Okay, so
CE.
This was when Ireland was the kind of the last ditch repository for Orthodox Catholicism in Europe, right?
You have a great sense of it.
Yeah.
I think you've nailed it. And so he's heading off to France to help out, spread the word of Jeebus and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But France was Christian.
Yeah, but during the Dark Ages,
Yeah.
I feel like Orthodox Catholicism kind of was really only happening in Ireland, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
just
go.
say yes.
Yes.
Except that there were some there were Christians scattered around. And part of this story ends up with sort of one of the more interesting parts of this story ends up with Saint Fiacre heading over to this region of France.
Yeah.
Where he meets up with a bishop there, and he says, "Hey, I would really like to spend the next bunch of my life as a hermit, alone, studying." And
Did he have a hard time getting a hold of the bishop because he moved diagonally?
so nerdy. Yes, he did, but he eventually caught up with him. He went two forward and one to the left.
Right.
And he met him there. And so the bishop said, "Yes, okay, here's what I'll do." And I love these stories when there's like, we're going to turn this into a game. He said, "I will give you all the land." Now there are different variations of this story. One of the stories goes that he said, "I'll give you all the land that you can clear in a day."
Okay.
Isn't this the Blue Ox and
Paul Bunyan?
Paul Bunyan story?
I think Saint Paul Bunyan is based on this story.
It's pronounced Bunyan.
Bunyan.
Saint Bunyan.
Actually, bunions might be patron. Anyway,
I don't think you could from trees, right? All the land you could clear, like forest.
Yeah, or maybe because
that's not a lot in a day.
Right. I don't think he was expecting to give up much.
Okay.
The other version of the story is that it's like you can have all the land that you can make a ditch around in a day.
Also not much.
Except what the bishop wasn't counting on was Saint Fiacre and his, some say staff, some say whatever stick he happened to have.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
Oh, well, yeah.
He had a magic ditch stick.
He had a ditch stick.
Yeah.
So he makes a huge box with his. I mean, he's just like sort of barely getting into the, but he's just scratching a square,
mm-hmm.
and then alakaboom, and the ditch digs itself.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, upturns trees, unroots bushes.
His first miracle.
It is, and matter of fact, a neighbor lady sees it and gets so miffed that she goes to the bishop and says, I don't know if you know this, he is cheating, and that is witchcraft that he just did. To which the bishop goes, my sense is that he was like, well, it was a man that did it, so probably Jesus.
Right.
Jesus magic as opposed to witchcraft magic.
Because bishops at that time were so forgiving of black magic.
Right.
You're fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think the line between evil magic and Jesus magic rests squarely on whether you like the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically it.
Right. Yeah, he was probably so busy inquisitioning
Who has time?
that he didn't have time for an actual act of witchcraft.
Yeah. Anyway, so Saint Fiacre builds his a pretty big, he's got a huge swath of land now.
Yes.
He builds a place for himself, a little hermitage for himself.
Yes.
But he also builds, and this is where I think he went a little astray for someone aspiring to hermitdom.
Mm-hmm.
He also builds like a big sort of monastery thing, and like a hospital, essentially a hospital for passersby.
You kind of got to be a people person if you make a hospital.
Right. He's really failing at this whole hermit thing. Like fails completely at the whole hermit thing. He did, however, not fail at curing people. And was renowned for it. Though he did after the whole incident with bitch calling him out on the witchcraft
the bitch
thing.
With the ditch.
Yeah.
He wouldn't allow women anywhere near, on pain of like torturous. Like he threatened them with diseases.
What? This
stuff.
just took a turn.
Yeah, no bitches up in his crib. It was the He-Man.
No bitches will cross this ditches.
That's right.
It was a man hospital.
Bitches get ditches was his. Yeah.
But why did he need a hospital if he's healing people? That seems like a waste of time.
Well, no, he has a big. It was just a big recovery center.
Okay.
Sort of thing. He would people would come in with their infirmities.
It's pronounced triage.
And he would do a laying on of hands, which sounds nice until you realize that he is, among other things, the patron saint of venereal diseases.
What?
So,
Ew.
yeah. As a matter of fact, not just venereal diseases, he specialized apparently in urology and proctology. Hemorrhoids have been known to be called the figs of Saint Fiacre.
Oh my God! Gross! Stop with this story.
That sounds so much nicer than
Figs.
Figs of Saint Fiacre.
My figs are acting up. I can't sit down for nothing.
my figs are Chirac.
Honey, go get me my
Topical.
my pillow. I can't sit down. My figs.
My fig pillow.
My fig.
Ugh, gross. And the patron saint of venereal diseases.
Yeah, and apparently it was all about the laying on of hands, which when you combine that with his distaste for the ladies, one does begin to wonder about Saint Fiacre and his predilections,
his proclivities.
So he wouldn't heal women because a woman complained about his ditch digging.
I think women just didn't have the things he wanted to lay his hands on, if you know what I'm talking about.
His staff.
Even after he died, as late as the 17th century, Cardinal Richelieu, whom we all know from the Musketeer stories and whatever.
He was the head of the Inquisition in France.
Yeah, Cardinal Richelieu apparently suffered from figs.
Well, you know what? Then there's some justice in the
world. But he made a pilgrimage up to this to beg for the saints' reliquaries because his bits and bobs.
So he could stick a finger bone up his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
I mean, you're burying the lead a little. Yes. He literally went there and asked that the reliquary be opened and the bones applied to his bum.
Oh, whose sad job was that?
Right.
I got good news and bad news.
Yeah. Have you seen
Cardinal
Dune?
Richelieu's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's the good news?
Anyway, and afterwards he wanted to take some of the bones back with him, presumably to continue poking his starfish.
Yeah.
Did he get some of the bones? You can't say no to the cardinal.
You can't. I don't know. I assume so.
So Saint Fiacre in death did the same thing as he did in life.
I'm going to tell another post-mortem saint healing story, which is a medieval story. A man from Provence whose member was afflicted with a sore. He was not
figs, apparently.
Not figs. This is front stuff. And he was
raisins.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. And anyway, no physicians could heal him because even physicians now can't heal herpes. And
also because there were no such thing as physicians.
Right, exactly. They tried leeches, they tried bleeding him, they tried cupping, nothing worked.
Right. Did they try rubbing a bone on it?
No. Oh. Well, he went up to the monastery and they made a wax replica of his ding dong. Oh. And apparently that they pledged a vow to Saint Fiacre, whereupon the gentleman was cured. It is theorized that perhaps they burned this candle or this wax figure of his penis as a candle as part on the altar.
Okay.
So
if you make a wax facsimile of your penis, light it on fire, it will cure herpes.
Doug's asking for a friend.
I'm asking for a friend.
If you do it in that particular monastery, in Saint Fiacre.
But you've got to get across the ditch first.
Right. If you can cross the ditch, and ladies, I'm afraid there's nothing for you there.
Yeah, so lady penises are out of luck.
Yeah, exactly. He is the patron saint of growers of vegetables because he also had a large farm.
I'm sorry, but this resume is getting weird.
Medicinal plants,
yes.
Gardeners in general, including the plowboys.
Okay.
Plowboy.
Sure, he treated more than a few plowboys in his day.
It does seem like that.
I'm fine, doctor. No, you're not. Come to the hospital.
No, we need to check you very thoroughly.
I need to get a look at your figs.
He is the patron saint of the victims of hemorrhoids and fistulas.
Oh my God.
And taxi cab drivers.
What?
Box makers, florists.
Which one? Box makers?
Box makers, florists, hosiers, pewterers, tile makers, and those suffering from infertility. Presumably because the men and the women are separated and cannot conceive.
Was this guy, is this like at the end of all of the saints, they had a bunch of stuff left over?
Yeah.
I think that the cab drivers is interesting because apparently it's to do with the fact that in the mid 1600s, the Hôtel de Saint Fiacre in Paris, in the Rue de Saint-Martin in Paris, would hire out carriages, and they just became to be known as fiacres.
Oh,
like a carriage for hire was. So then that's the precursor of the taxi cab.
I was pretty certain it was a hemorrhoid connection.
I assumed it was sitting all day gives you hemorrhoids.
Oh my God! Well, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're burdened with fistulas or figs
or florists, or you have a ditch situation.
You need to make a box.
I broke out in boxes.
Yeah. Get some flowers, put them in a box, take a cab,
make
some medicinal marijuana.
Make a wax figurine of your penis, and pray to Saint Fiacre.
Because all that makes sense.
Because you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong with a saint. And just recall that people believe in all of this stuff.
to this day.
To this day,
yeah,
people are really into the saints.
Well, if you've got a problem with your butt, and no one wax penis and stick a finger bone up it, you'll be fig free for 2018.
If you need a place to put your wax penis in a box in a ditch,
right?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for saying finger.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on. So, Uncle Mark.
Yes, Uncle Dan.
It's been the holidays. People have spent their time and their monies on family.
I think everybody's attentions have been taken up by Kwanzaa and its preparations,
like the selfish bastards that they are.
Yeah.
But we do have one person to thank as a new patron, and that's Jay Hancock.
Thank you, Jay,
who put his John Hancock on this thing.
Poor guy. Can you imagine what he's living with that name, what he's gone through?
Yeah. I mean, his name might be Jeff. I don't know. It's just the letter J. But yes, we're hoping that more will heed the call to pony up and help us keep this thing rolling.
Yeah. Throw a few bucks in the kitty, and we can always... it can only get better,
right? And then also, like, you'll get an early edition,
patron early release of the show.
So, and there's some lovely things that can come your way if you want to be a patron. So please don't hesitate, if you like this show, to go to Patreon. Well, you can go to howtoheretic.com and click on the Patreon tab.
It's that easy.
And then you just sign up and make a per episode donation, just like Jay did today.
That's right.
And that is something that really helps us out.
And if you can't do that, go ahead and just give us a 5-star review on any place where you can do that, and that's also very helpful to us.
And tell your friends about us.
Yeah, spread the good word.
And that's all we need from you.
All right, thanks. Let's move on.
Moving on. Well, Uncle Doug, I'm glad you're here. We're going to have Uncle Mark teach us a little bit right now about a very special lady,
a very special
lady man,
and her friend,
and
her friend. So this could have fallen into a couple of categories. This could have been in the meet the religion category, but I think this is much more fun as a watch out for woo.
Okay.
Because you should really watch out for this couple, I suppose. So,
I guess it's a couple.
First,
I know nothing of this, so
they live together.
Doug, I can't believe you don't know about
these. I don't know anything about this.
You're gonna love it.
So, first, let's meet the lady of the couple.
Yes, please.
The lady of the house, a woman who goes by the name of Jay-Z Knight.
Oh,
which I believe is. She changed it.
Is she related to the regular Jay-Z?
Yeah, that's right.
They're the same person.
Did she spell it JAY-Z?
No, J period Z period.
Oh,
and it's Judith Zebra, our British Empire listeners. But she was born Judith Darlene Hampton in 1946. Oddly enough, in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh my God!
So. She's one of 8 children of a migrant, itinerant, very poor migrant family. And she said in her autobiography, A State of Mind, that she was told as a child by a Yaqui Indian woman that she would see things that no one else could.
Tell me the cover of State of Mind has a face with 3 eyes on it. Please tell me that.
I'm sure it does.
I was picturing the pyramid with the eyeballs.
Well, pyramids actually figure into this story in a funny way because she was a seeker. Judith was a seeker, and in this 1977, she and her first husband. She's been married several times. Her first husband got into the pyramid power thing. Remember, people used to think that food would preserve forever in pyramids, and razor blades would automatically sharpen in pyramid.
Sure.
So they
absolutely
made a bunch of paper pyramids, and they had them all over their kitchen, experimenting with this thing.
Right.
And had a sleepless night in their pursuit of science. And the next morning, they got up, and as a joke, she made these paper pyramids. She put one of the pyramids on her head, and all of a sudden, in front of her appeared an apparition. This was, yes, so we're about to meet the man of the house, the man of the story, by name of Ramtha.
Ramtha.
So Ramtha appeared to her in her kitchen.
Ramtha appeared to her, 7 feet tall.
He had a pyramid on his ding dong.
Well,
Don't we all?
That's the big secret. So she,
7 feet tall?
a 7 foot tall man person was standing in front of her, and in English said, what did he say to her? I am Ramtha, the Enlightened One. I have come to help you over the ditch.
Oh.
But I should do it in Ramtha's voice. So she's a New Mexico person.
Yes.
She's an American from the West. And Ramtha speaks rather like this. I've come to help you over the ditch.
So he's a British dandy. A 7 foot tall British dandy.
So I'm glad you asked. So who is Ramtha? Ramtha is a 35,500-year-old Lemurian warrior.
Come this January.
Yeah. He's got
It's like saying you're 7.5.
He's got a birthday coming up. So 35,000 years ago, Ramtha was liberating Lemuria, and we'll get back to Lemuria in a second,
Okay.
was liberating Lemuria from its Atlantan conquerors.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Right. So the people of Atlantis had conquered his people, and they were living under tyranny, and by the age of 14, the tender age of 14, he had liberated Lemuria.
Oh, wow. He is fancy.
Yeah, and
Precocious. I would say that's precocious.
He's very precocious 14-year-old. And then he went on to conquer 2/3 of the world at the head of an army of 2.5 million people.
Huh.
Wow.
Yes.
I remember all this from history.
So
Right. All of this is very yeah, exactly. That's like 7th or 8th grade you get into.
Yeah.
that's
Cover all
more
that.
that's more than twice what they think the population of the entire Earth was
Right.
in 35,000 BC.
Well, those wars really took a lot out of it.
Right. So so that is Ramtha. So he is this great warrior who became enlightened. Pardon me. In his last battle, he was run through with a sword.
A sword.
And so he decided to sit on a rock and meditate for 7 years.
Oh, he wasn't killed by the sword.
No.
He was just spiritually shook.
He was shook, and so he spent 7 years sitting on a rock.
Like meditating away his wound.
Yeah, and I think any time prior to, say, the past 50 years that you were run through with a thing,
That was it.
that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
So
although, this feels very, I don't want to, spoiler alert, but just so that everybody knows, Star Wars The Last Jedi was based on this story. This is a true story.
Oh,
This
no.
happens. No.
Including the porgs.
All the porgs. The porgs are, you're getting to the porgs, right?
So this is who appears, this is who Jay-Z Knight channels. And so for those of you who don't know what channeling is, it's basically you're letting this other spirit, or you're involuntarily, sometimes another spirit is inhabiting your body and speaking through you. So she goes into a trance and begins channeling the great warrior Ramtha.
The great dandy.
And it's quite a thing to behold.
Yeah, it's quite a thing to behold. So it started out, so whatever. This guy's 35,000 plus years old.
So he died 35,000-ish years ago.
No, he was translated.
Ah, okay.
He became a higher being, and went to see his army again, and said goodbye, and went poof in a flash of light.
Translated into English.
Translated
it would
into English. Now that's another very funny thing. So funny thing about the story, she goes into a trance. She, like I said, she's just an American woman, right? And that's what she sounds like. She goes into a trance and begins to speak as Ramtha. And when she started doing this, she would speak in warrior platitudes. So, what is good? It is good to win, but it is good to win with honor.
What is good to eat? But it is good to eat mindfully.
Kind of stupid warrior platitudes.
Because she really hadn't worked up her shtick yet.
Well, I mean, that was her shtick.
Or her connection with Ramtha was kind of weak. They hadn't totally formed a bond yet.
Or maybe Ramtha hadn't worked up his shtick yet. Ramtha's shtick was kind of weak sauce for a minute.
I blame Ramtha.
He had 35,000 years to work on his material.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be able to nail that. But.
So she's gone from those kind of like simple, what you would imagine. We were modern humans 35,000 years ago. We were.
Oh, of course.
We were physiologically. We were as we are now.
You're saying we weren't Neanderthals.
We were not Neanderthals. We were modern humans. So sure, he'd probably say things like, "What is good is to win," right? If he was a warrior, but
probably not in English.
He's evolved over time. Now Ramtha's very, very interested in, and somehow very knowledgeable about garbage metaphysics. So
Ramtha has read his Deepak.
Ramtha is very, very, very Deepak. And it's so Deepak, in fact, that Ramtha's people, that her devotees under her direction, made a documentary, you should hear these air quotes from wherever you are in the world, called What the Bleep Do We Know?
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, that was made by the Ramtha people.
Oh my God.
Came out about 10 years ago-ish, something like that.
And it is mind-bendingly terrible filmmaking, but it's also just garbage science.
Every woo suffering friend I had at the time was like, Mike, you have to see this movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, okay.
Matter of fact, we have a mutual friend, Mark, that I will not mention, who dragged me to it at least once, maybe twice, I think.
Oh, no.
Was very
excited about it.
Very fond of it.
Now, you can try to suffer through the whole thing, but I'll do you a huge favor. You can just listen to God Awful Movies episode 52.
Oh, yeah.
Where they take it down, and that's, they're as brutal to it as it deserves. But I don't know, I can't remember if Noah and Eli made the Ramtha connection.
I don't know.
Because they don't mention Ramtha.
No, she's in it.
I know. Well,
is she?
But does it say Ramtha or does it say her name?
It says Jay-Z Knight channeling Ramtha.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna.
But it's just she's just buried in all the garbage scientists.
Yeah, they interview all of these people that they claim are, this is, and some of them may be real scientists.
Well, one of them, I can't remember his name, but one guy in particular is a real serious physicist, and he didn't know what they were going to do with this.
Right.
So he was just telling them, about his field of knowledge, and they just chopped it up and put him in there to lend credibility, and he was unable, because he'd signed the paperwork,
the release. Yeah,
he was unable to get himself taken off the movie.
And this is the one where they freeze water, and yell at it, and then they also give loving platitudes to another block of ice. And there's like a human smile that appears in the ice.
Well, and the angry the ice, the water that's been treated badly freezes into very angry ice.
Angry ice.
It's very upset ice.
Right.
So Ramtha has gone from he never, for the greatest warrior in history, he never spent a lot of time through Jay-Z Knight talking about warriousness,
his conquests,
about fighting and strategy, and,
right?
How you lead an army of 2.5 million people effectively.
Right.
I mean, that's bigger than our army, isn't it?
So 2/3 of the world, 2/3 of the world, 35,000 years ago, the continents were what they are now. So,
wow.
Oh,
it's funny you should ask.
Oh boy.
So, I just thought, when I saw that the Atlantis was part of the story, I'm like, okay, she has just wound every piece of gobbledygook up into one.
She knows three ancient world things, and she's going to use all three of them.
So, okay, Atlantis, let's leave that aside for a second. Lemuria is the continent separate from Atlantis that Ramtha is from.
Lemuria.
Now, here's where I thought it was just a stupid word she made up. It's a stupid word somebody else made up. So, in the 19th century, there was an English guy studying life in a naturalist studying life in Madagascar.
Okay.
And he had been made aware that there were, in the fossil record in India, there were also lemur remains.
Okay.
But there were no living lemurs in India. But there were lemurs in Madagascar, of course, which is where they come from.
Sure.
But also none on the mainland of Africa. So he thought, well, the obvious answer is there was a land bridge all the way. If you look at a map, from Madagascar to India is a long way.
It's a causeway.
Yeah, it's a long, long way. And so, because he used that to be his unified field theory of lemurs.
Right.
It's Lemuria.
Which we really needed.
Yeah.
Like in the scientific in the books of science, what we needed was a lemur theory.
A unified lemur.
Right. So this wackadoo, sunken, not their continent, made up in the 19th century to explain lemurs, is where Ramtha is from.
Ramtha is a lemur.
Now, Ramtha is a lemur, a 7-foot tall lemur. So to make it even crazier, so, Madagascar, India, Indian Ocean, far apart, but far away from here.
Yeah.
Where she has her horse property that has been turned into the
What?
The Ramtha Education Institute or whatever in Yelp, Washington. Ramtha says was the eastern shore of Lemuria.
Okay.
That's why.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to coin a phrase. Do the maps. Do the maps.
So the entire Pacific Ocean
And most of the Indian Ocean.
Okay. Was this landmass
Yes.
that sunk,
Yes.
and the eastern shore is our western shore.
Yes.
It just makes sense.
All it makes is sense. So, yeah. So that's kind of what her geography.
I've seen pictures of PZ Night.
Yes.
And I can say, there are entire continents missing from her face.
Oh.
And so I can see why she would believe in this.
She's
had some work done.
She has had some work done. She looks like William Shatner in very bad drag.
She looks like her surgeon grabbed one side of each face, put his foot on the back of her head, and just pulled.
Oh no! Has she got the surgery thing going on?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So she has a fair number of devotees. People really fall for this stuff because really it's deepity. What she's doing is just that platitudinous.
Yes.
Like your thoughts manifest as truths, and your truths manifest as matter, and that matter manifests as nourishment. It's just bleep, blop, bloop, garbage. But people are super vulnerable.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Here's the thing. With all of these things, if you say something that sounds deep but is just confusing enough that you can't really quite wrap your head around what it might mean, you win.
Right.
You're going to get someone to follow you.
If you say it in a weird-ass English accent, that sounds
right.
like someone from the English Raj. That's another funny thing is people track the accent changing.
Yeah. Oh,
sometimes she forgets to do it in the stream,
or gets
really
drunk enough that she doesn't.
Yeah. So she'll be speaking in the Ramtha speak, and then she'll just fall back into American English for a minute, and then kind of remember that she should be Ramtha. So,
can I just? By the way, sorry.
Yeah.
This is rude of me because it's your story. But
Yeah.
I just Googled Ramtha quotes.
yeah. Do some Ramtha quotes.
Can I drop a couple on you?
Yeah, baby.
Just so that we have a sense of what we're dealing with here.
Dan, these are all our stories.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm now looking at a picture of her, so I'm on board.
Yeah.
Shatner and drag, right?
So here's a Ramtha quote. It is very simple to be a genius. All you have to do is think for yourself.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to thinking for somebody else.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how to do. I'll do another one. Face your fears and allow yourself to unmask their illusion.
Boy, that's
Exactly.
That's a great.
That's deep.
Yeah, I'm going to be thinking on that one for a long time.
I'm going to tattoo that backwards on my chest so I can read it in the mirror.
So, and before I'm going to play a little clip of her in one of her more epic.
Yes, please do.
Epic moments. But before that, again, she's basically borrowed a little bit from all the stupid New Age world. So there are lizard people that live under Mount Shasta.
Oh my!
Who are waiting to consume you.
Yeah.
And people that have left her church have had to go to therapy for fear of these lizard people.
Really?
That are going to come after them. Yeah. She tells people to hoard gold. She predicted that there would be a Holocaust in 1985 and that the U.S. would be involved in a major war. Now, some people say we were not involved in a major war in 1985. I'm very cognizant of 1985, and I remember that this country was consumed with the Cola Wars.
I was going to say.
The Cola Wars.
See, it all comes together.
Yeah.
And the damages were extensive.
Michael Jackson was very badly burned on a Pepsi commercial.
It's true.
Bill Cosby advertised New Coke. Look who we lost.
Look what happened to him since.
At what point does Alex Jones come into this?
Well, I actually think that they are friends.
Oh, or could they be the same person?
Yeah, maybe he's just channeling Ramtha all this time. So anyway, it's very, very cuckoo. They do things like they'll draw a picture and then tape it to a fence in this big farm field, and then they wander around blindfolded and try to find their picture. And they also do blindfolded archery. So I don't know. There's no statistics available on how many.
I hope that's on YouTube.
I feel like every now and then they lose a horse.
All right, so let's play a little clip.
Let's do
just a short clip of either Ramtha or Jay-Z have become very fond of the drink of recent years.
Okay,
and her people believe that red wine grapes specifically were brought to Earth by aliens 450,000 years ago, and therefore they're a sacrament. So she takes a prodigious amount of the sacrament while she is channeling Ramtha now. So this is one event. If you don't know who Linda Evans is, she's an actress. I think she was in Dynasty.
I don't know.
She was either in Dynasty or Falcon Crest, one of those primetime soaps. So she's a devotee of.
Oh, so Linda Evans is in the audience.
And you will hear Ramtha single her out for some specific abuse. Okay.
Oh, really?
Let's go to the tape.
I tried to give Lady Star $7 million. And she didn't listen to me. She listened to her other men in her life. She didn't trust me. When she says she loves you, she doesn't really love you that much. You never really loved my channel that much. Thank God your channel knew that. She's a success and you're struggling to try to be one. She tried to give you insider knowledge and you wouldn't give her the rite of passage to believe in her. So never tell her ever again you believe in her. Asshole. And you either. She tried to make you wealthy, and you gave her to a Jew. Fuck you. Hit it. Turn to your partner and tell him what you've learned.
Well, that was precious.
So
Ramtha,
yes,
not tremendously pleased with whoever Linda Evans was.
What I didn't expect was the evacuation of the nostrils.
Oh yeah,
that was
if
alarming.
you heard some like weird, like
she was doing
like
what
that.
we call a farmer's blow.
She was literally like multiple times. Like we didn't play the whole clip, but she was like constantly just putting a thumb to one nostril and
it sounded like there was a lot going on, like that there was some significant snottage that was being.
It's hard to see in the clip, but in one part of the clip you can see a different angle, and it looks like there's a minimum of 4 wine bottles on her side table.
Oh my God, she was plastered.
Wait till she discovers the Boda box.
Can I request that we play a clip of her at her peak when she's not drunk, when she's just doing the Ramtha thing?
Yeah. So let's play a clip of her sanely being Ramtha.
Right. This is Ramtha Prime. This is premium quality Ramtha.
Ramtha's mid-afternoon Ramtha.
Daylight hours, right?
All right, hang on. Let's play that.
Well, what would you like to believe in? Why wouldn't you want to believe in this? Quantum physics is remarkable in that it's just a science that studies the nature of our remarkability. When you begin to study this, there's a lot of things that come clear to you, you know. For example, you didn't have to wear white to make something wonderful happen. And that you begin to learn that positive and negative are not about good and bad at all. They are about the polarity of the electron. They're about electricity. You can't have a positive charge without having a negative charge. So what is good and bad about that? Pretty soon, you begin to think differently. You begin to understand it in a more rational and indeed more mature way. And then if negative isn't bad, then maybe black isn't evil. And maybe nighttime isn't the time of witches and goblins and all that other trash. But maybe it's just superstition.
Well, I mean, who can argue with that?
I'm in. I am in.
It's just
You don't have to wear white to make something wonderful happen.
Well, now she's got me confused because I always wear white on my wonderful happen days.
I've noticed you wear even after Labor Day.
Which is embarrassing, but I got to make the wonderful happen.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the wonderful, baby.
Yeah. So that's her in a nutshell.
Oh my God.
She's still doing it.
She's a crazy person.
She's a crazy person.
Is Ramtha? There is no her Ramtha. He's not a character that predates her. She completely invented it.
He appeared to her and her alone. Now, a woman in Germany also started channeling Ramtha, and Jay-Z was not having it.
Actually, it's Rumstein over there.
I would listen to that a lot more.
She sued her into the dirt.
Oh my
and
gosh.
won.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the lawyer's argument was this is a character she's created.
Oh, right, of course it
She
was.
has the rights to
She
this character.
sued a German in what court?
Who knows?
In
The Hague.
People's Court.
At the Hague, she took her to the...
It should have been feats of strength or something that Ramtha would have.
I don't know. I'm looking at this woman, and I think she could take any of us in this room.
Oh yeah,
In terms of, like, physical strength.
and as far as drinking us under the table,
She looks like she would just destroy people.
So that's Ramtha, guys.
All right. Well, thank you for taking us on that terrifying
It was
tour.
actually one of the more fun things I've had to research. Just so cuckoo. So
All right.
if you find yourself in Yelp, Washington,
Watch out for Woo.
on the eastern shore of Lumeria.
Write a review.
Right. Yeah, all right. Moving on.
All right.
Well, friends, that's it for this week's show.
Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at howto@howtoheretic.com.
Or if you like, you can leave us a voicemail at 903-88-HOW-TO, which is 903-884-6986.
Yeah, hey, go ahead and go to howtoheretic.com and click on the patron button if you want to become one of the people that helps keeps this damn ship afloat.
You will live in the sky forever.
Right, or you can go and leave us a 5-star review also on your podcast blaster of choice.
Thanks to Cody Layton for editing the show.
And thank you, friends, for tuning in. We sure do appreciate it.
Bye-bye, friends.
Bye.